Hello, welcome to my cooling system overview on my 2009 Honda Fit. For starters, we're going to be looking at where some of the coolant system components are located. And we're going to go ahead. So now we have the thermostat right here, radiator, fan shrouds. We do have the fans right here, the overflow tank, rad cap. The heater core is going to be behind the firewall, right where the dash, you can see it there, right here, where the coolant lines go to. Next is we have a bypass hose right here. I do have additional coolant lines that leads to the throttle body. So one right here and another one right here. Then we do have a coolant temperature sensor. It's really hard to see what's pretty much behind this little hose right here. And then for the cooling fan relay, we have a cooling fan relay that is located, battery right here. And how the radiator works is that when hot coolant from the upper rad hose enters the radiator, this is a downflow radiator, by the way. When the coolant goes through the rad hose, basically it goes down these tubes, and the fins on the radiator is what helps it dissipate heat from the rad. And then when the cooled coolant is at the bottom, then it can go up here from the lower rad hose and then enter the thermostat or housing and then through the water pump. So then it cycles. Flow of the radiator is, sorry. The flow of the radiator would be that on a cold start, where the thermostat is closed, coolant is pumped by the water pump. Or forgot to mention, the water pump is basically right here. Right, the coolant is flowed by the water pump. It flows within the engine through water jackets, where it absorbs the heat from the internal components are moving within. Now, when the temperature starts to heat up for the coolant and thermostat starts to open, that allows the coolant to flow directly to the radiator, so the coolant can now be cooled. Some leak points of the cooling system, like really visually, is the seal in the rad cap. Just with age and time, right? It won't be sealing as much, so you could see coolant line or like dry coolant or a bit of coolant coming out from the rad cap. Over here, since this is plastic, right, you might see coolant right here also that starts to build up. Clamps, another thing, over time they just won't be able to clamp as well, so you might be able to see coolant coming out. And for the water pump, there is a weep hole. If the internal seal on the water pump does go, you will see coolant coming out of the weep hole.